Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? What is up? Give me a yes or a no if you can hear me loud and clear. Headphones are not working today, so I'm just running off the phone. What's up, Plush? Lena, how are you doing? Dr. Feelgood, good morning. Good morning. We got a slow start today or something. Just the two of you, just the three of us here. We're vibing. Anyways, happy Monday. How was your guys' weekend? Looks like we might have David lurking in the background, but how was y'all's weekend? What'd you guys get up to? Plus, is the move, you guys moved, right? So you're all good and moved. Extra kid this week. All right. Extra kid for the week. Birthday is Wednesday. Nice. Okay. So you got an extra kid and their birthday is Wednesday, or your birthday is Wednesday? Um, we are my wife is actually down a kid this week. I brought Brooklyn with me to work today. She's actually asleep in the car. Unfortunately, I don't have like a perfect view of her at all, but she's old enough. She's okay. And I'm right next to her. Yeah, got a haircut finally. Feels good. Plush's birthday. All right. Taking on an extra kid to help my aunt out. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, it's Plush's birthday on Wednesday, y'all. Get your singing voices ready. Profit, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so Brooklyn's in the car. She drove in with me today. She's asleep. I sent her a message saying I'm inside. When you wake up, come on in. And we'll see how that goes. She might just be banging on the glass. I might have to jump and run and go let her in. So if that happens, y'all. Don't be afraid. You'll finally get to see what outside this door looks like. Um, but she, our, let's see, what is it? Her aunt, so my sister-in-law, signed her and her son, Joshua, up for a cooking class, cooking camp this week. So I brought her out. She's going to stay with them for 4 days and attend a cooking class. I think it's like 4 hours, Monday through Thursday. So it's going to be fun. They're really good friends. They really enjoy each other's company. I don't think she's ever spent the night at his house. He's an only child down here in where we used to live. So when we moved away, I think their friendship really blossomed after that. No singing. What is this no singing business? We sing here on Daily Dads. So it's happening. Can't fight it. So yeah, that's what our week. Did I crack a window? She has water. Did I crack a window? It's nice and cool out right now by the beach, so we're good. We got a 30-minute call. She'll be fine. I could crack a window, but I'd have to swipey on my phone. Should be okay. Don't get me scared like that. I'm on a parenting show. Is this a parenting fail right here on a parenting show? Um, Anyways, so yeah, that's what's going on this week. My wife is home with the teen and the 6-year-old. I think the teen, she's out of cheer camp for the week. Like they're taking this week off. Bentley's doing swim lessons. He's doing real good. He's funny enough. So my wife is a swim instructor. That's been her career. Um, and our kids are all really good swimmers. Bentley was probably the slowest to bloom. She didn't really put him in lessons because in that time frame she wasn't teaching as much as she was managing. So, um, but he's learned to swim. We have a pool, all that stuff. She put him in swim lessons and she signed him up for level 3 at this new place, this local place. And they said, "Oh, we'll put him in 2 because he didn't do well on his swim test." I think it was like nervous energy and like new place and stuff like that. And then day 1, she tells me he's in like this really like what she called like more of like a baby class where like he didn't swim unassisted like at all. And when he did swim on a kickboard, they'd only let him go out like a couple feet and then turn back. And the instructor was like right by his side the whole time. And like this, again, this is our little dude who, if some of you have seen stuff I post, like he just flies into our pool and like we're, on the other side or stuff like that. So he could swim. So she's just like, ah, it was really funny. And then she got like hypercritical. She's like, yeah, and then they're teaching him like the stroke the wrong way and all this stuff. I'm like, honey, just let it be. Like it is what it is. Like just let them have fun. Like maybe mention something to them, but like make sure that when you mention it, you let them know your background because you know being a swim instructor for many years that it could come off a little like don't tell me how to do my job when I'm a professional. Like if a parent comes up after class and says, hey, like it doesn't seem like you're doing this right, like make sure you kind of lay down a little bit of credentials first. So yeah, that was a fun conversation I had with her this weekend. But he's enjoying the class. I think they bumped him up, and they'll probably continue bumping him up because he's gotten so much better. I mean, he dives in the pool right now and swims and touches the bottom. Our pool's only 5'6" at the deepest, so it's not very deep. If I use this term swim lane, it comes from my competitive swim and water safety instructor. Yeah, exactly. She sees it. She needs to drop that. She needs to drop those little things. I miss having coffee with y'all. See, cheers. Don't hide, even on your birthday. Just let us sing. It's if it's just me, it's gonna come off real good. If it's me and Jason, then you got the delay and everything like that. But it'll be fine. I'm just kidding. I won't sing to you happy birthday alone. That's just weird. It's too personal. It's too deep. Okay. I was singing a minute ago, different song. Should I say? Yeah, I don't know where Jason is. I didn't get a text this morning. I almost sent a text this morning saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna make it. Any chance that you guys could?" Because Brooklyn was stirring the whole drive, and then all of a sudden, I just heard snoring. Like as I pulled up here, and I'm like, "Shoot, what do I do? Do I like do this show from my car?" Um, but yeah. Good morning, Caitlin. How are you doing? How's school going? What's going on? How's your summer? Summer school? Just sounds like a nightmare to be a teacher and then go to school yourself during the summer, but whatever. I don't know that life. What's up, everybody? How was everyone's weekend? My weekend was pretty good. It was pretty good. What's up, Dylan? Good morning. How are you doing, bud? Uh, but yeah, we're here. We're here. We're here. One of three classes is done. I don't have a Zoom class anymore. Okay. All right. So was the Zoom class like not your favorite or something? Like the in-person stuff? I feel like I would like Zoom classes, but then I feel like I would just be more of an excuse not to go. All right, let's talk a little bit about the reading. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to let y'all know, right? So, little summary of the show. We read a book called The Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday. It's a page a day. It's super simple. We come on here and we chit chat. We mostly chit chat and shoot the shit. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. for 2 weeks. Okay. Um, but eventually we get into the reading, right? And we talk about it. This month is all about self care. So this is a cool month because we're not talking so much about our kids. We're talking more about ourselves, making sure that we all fill our cup so that we can fill others, which I really appreciate this month. This month is coming to an end today. So this is the last page. Go back and read the last two. They're pretty good ones. One was one of them. The one yesterday I just read it. It was about a daughter who found a painting of her mom's, And she got really interested in it, started asking a bunch of questions. And the mom was, and she, one of the questions she had asked is like, are there any more? And she's like, nope, that was the first one I painted. And then I had you, and then my life was over. And it was like, damn, okay, uh, that's harsh. But I know that, of generations of the past, that was very much how things kind of came across, is like you had a path and then you had a kid and then you became a parent. Nowadays, I think it's a little bit different. I think we all have a little bit more of an understanding that like we can be multiple things, especially when it comes to being a parent. You can be a parent and you can do other stuff. I have a lot of people in my life that are parents and are other things. Y'all know that I'm a parent and I'm other things, and I know that about a lot of you. So I think we got that one kind of down. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to tell you is, so Ryan Holiday wrote this book. Obviously, the book doesn't change; it's the same year after year. Um, but the stories can change for you. And the other thing he does is he sends out a daily email blast, which I don't read, but he also does a daily podcast. And they're not live. He pre-records them and just releases them every day. But they are different. They are not. It's not him reading the book. Sometimes he does read the page of the day, but for the most part, it is different. So I highly recommend. They're same thing. They're 2 to 3 minutes. There's some commercials that you can skip through, um, but they're good. I can't. I'm blanking. I wanted to tell you guys this because I listened to like four of them on my way in today, and there were some good ones. So I think that was why, but I'm blanking on what it was that I heard this morning where I was like, oh, that's a good one. I really want other people to hear that. But, anyways, last 4 days, just plug into them or plug into all there's hundreds of them. So, yeah, we're talking about self care. Um, And then this one today is how we can help each other. And this one is a pretty obvious one right now to us in this room. Um, we're all doing what this page says. We're all talking to each other about our kids, about our parenting journey, about our life. Um, no one's talking to me right now. I'm just talking to y'all, talking to myself. But most of the time, you guys interact, or I have a friend on screen next to me, and we are talking. Um, the other thing it says, and I think this is probably a page that I know you are. This is probably a page that I listened to or read, and it changed my way of doing things. But it says not only to like find your crew of friends and start a show and talk, but it's like bring your personal life into your professional life. I think it kind of mentions that in the past it was very much like don't mix business with pleasure. Don't what is it the word? Don't crap where you eat or something like that. I don't think that's the right phrase, but it was very much like keep your personal life separate of business, and business is business. But this page is very much like, no, we're all going through these struggles together. If you don't talk out loud to your employer or your employees or your clients, um, you won't know what they're going through. You won't have an idea of why they did the things that they did, and they won't have the idea of why they won't have an idea of why you do the things that you do. And so that's kind of been a game changer for me, is bringing a little bit more of my life into a little bit more of my personal life into my business, and talking with my office mate Scott here. He was one of the first people that I did that with. We started talking and getting to know each other. We started becoming friends, and now I feel like we have he brought me into this office, which was like his place, his safe space. And I've heard him talk on the phone to other people as he's talking about me, which is kind of funny. He knows I'm here and can hear him, but he very much says like I wouldn't let anyone stay into this office. And I take that as a compliment, and I take that, for what it's worth, that, like, not that like I'm on a short leash or anything like that, but that, he and I have grown enough together that he feels comfortable bringing me into his space, and uh, knowing that I'm going to be here almost more than he is. So, that being said, if you're not doing it, try to do it. Small doses. Find a person or two that you connect with, um, and just dip a toe in. Helping others does have different applications. Yes, 100%. We mostly use our gifts to help others, even if it's not helpful. It doesn't happen often, but we are today. What? Oh, listening? Turd. I was enjoying the intro. What are you doing still on the intro? I met my husband at work. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, of course. I mean, sure. That's what that's that's like 30% of like why people go to work, right? Like there's the other, or maybe it's more like 70% why you go to work. To find people you get along with, to find people that could potentially be your spouse. Um, I mean, definitely in your like 20s, that's one of the reasons you go to work, and for money, right? I think so. See, Dylan agrees. We are whole people. We cannot stop being humorous or kind, dedicated, silly, professional or private as the moment calls for. Yes. Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, before I read this passage last year, or before I had talked to a business coach, I was very much along the lines of like, I'm going to keep things separate. I'm not going to get too invested. I'm not going to tell people about my life. I'm going to be like this quiet, whatever. And I think that's why the first, 6 7 years of my working, in construction, I never developed any personal relationships. I never developed any like people that I can count on, really, like that knew me. Like, no one knew me, and I didn't really know anyone that I was working with. So, had I tried to start my business on my own, not having the people in my corner that I have now would have been so much harder. So I'm glad I you know figured it out, I guess, or changed. I met my spouse at work also. Nice. Look at you guys. I met my wife on vacation. So we were both vacationing in the same place. We had common friends. The common friends brought us together, and that's how we met. Something I just said made me remember something, and then I forgot it. So I will keep reading. All of me is in all I do all the time. What a G. You're awesome. Helping others is self love and paying it forward. What do they call that in Cali? Karma. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, helping others is self love and paying it forward. Yeah, I like that. I mean, helping others brings almost more joy than helping yourself or not helping others. Like, you could go out of your way and do something that's maybe a little uncomfortable, that you wouldn't want to do or think to do. But if it helps others, and you get to see that joy or that smile or that sigh of relief in the other person, it'll give you more than had you just like sat and watched Netflix or done whatever it was you were going to do. Makes life hard. Can I quote you? I need that on a t-shirt. I think you were referring to this one, right? Yeah, and make sure you do the sunglasses emoji. Let's do it. Okay. Well, if we had Jason on here, he would put that in the list of t-shirts that he's gonna make but not make, right? That guy. We had a conversation as a work team as the school year ended about it. I think it's also important to remember that not everyone is going to be your best friend at work. I do think there's a time and place to share. Yep, exactly. Yeah, you can't vibe with everybody, right? Like, and you just have to know when to pick that up and when to put that down. Try again. Don't write them off completely, but some relationships just don't work. And I mean, it comes to the light of like, you also can't have a relationship with everyone, right? Like, I think about that all the time. especially as I got into this like V Friends life. There's so many great and amazing people, but I can't possibly have like a deep relationship where I talk with everybody, all of the people. There's just too many people. I think of that at work. I have a lot of subcontractors that I work with, and so I've been talking more and more with them, and my relationships are different with each one of them because I can't possibly have as deep of a connection with each guy as I do with my friend Sky here. So that's a kind of a tough one. Some I don't vibe with, some we don't connect with, some, yeah. So that makes sense. I can't serve unless it's from my saucer, from my cup overflowing with silk. Sorry. Got it. Reading is hard, people. Bro, let's do this. Then you can be mad if you don't vibe with someone. Yeah. All right. The chat woke up, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. The sun, the sun just came up. I really wonder what my daughter's thinking right now. Oh man. Poor girl. Dad just thinks it's funny. Um, all right. What else, you guys? What else do we got? You know your team. Some on purpose, some on accident, and some you wish you didn't. Yeah, exactly. Um, Different relationships. Yeah, she is. One of these days we'll have Mama Bear up on the screen to chat and get to know her more, dives deeper. I have a date with my kiddos to make pancakes, so I'll catch you. All right, let's go. So Plush is getting her day on. Make the pancakes. Enjoy your day, everybody. It's Monday. The week has started. It's a short week for most of us. 4th of July is on Friday. Hope everyone's having good plans for the weekend. We got to see a little mini fireworks show on Saturday, so that was cool. We had some friends over. They spent the day with us. We provided the pool, they provided the food. It was really cool. And then we got to end the day watching fireworks, a little night swimming, all that stuff. Um, what does this say? Mama Bear, I shouldn't agree with that, but I do. Which part? Oh yeah, this one. Something you wish you didn't. Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Happy Monday. Did I just accidentally close the show? It's a pancake Monday. David wants some pancakes. My husband's last week of work, retiring after 37 years. How cool. I mean, I don't know. I know it's scary. I know there's like some all kinds of stuff going on, but there after 37 years, so I'm 41, so he's got some years on me, obviously, but that's awesome to be retiring. I look forward to that day. I know a lot of people don't. I've talked to a lot to my friend Scott here. Like he's not that guy. I don't think I joke with him like I don't think he'll ever retire. But all right, 60. Good for him. 37 retiring, 37 years retiring at 60. That's awesome. Congratulations, sir. Um, I hope you guys are having fun. You guys are moving. He's retiring. Lots going on in your life. I have retired and moved on to my new career. Yeah, I wonder. Okay, going back to school. All right. See, like he's like David. Maybe I'll be that way. I don't know, but we'll see. Biscuits and gravy. What is happening? By the way, Arizona meetup tonight with Stevens View. There's still time to drive to Phoenix. Yeah, if anyone's near Phoenix, I mean, Dylan, you're already in your car. Just keep driving, dude. Um, yeah, biscuits and gravy are top. Like favoriteest thing ever. The only thing that I don't like about biscuits and gravy is it's a little heavy. So if you're doing anything active, it's kind of be careful. And then B, it can be made poorly, and not be good. So that's a bummer. is when when you look forward to, right? I haven't eaten yet. You know what, y'all? I think I might have to go and take my daughter to some breakfast, get some biscuits and gravy. That sounds really good. I do know a spot that I've gone to many, many times, and I love their biscuits and gravy. They also do a mean banana nut muffin, just all carbs for me today. And then I'll just go into a food coma and won't work. We eat grits and eggs. Yum, yum, yum. Y'all just made everybody hungry. Who started that? Oh, if freaking Plush Garden. She just said, I'm making pancakes and then dipped on us and put us all into a state of hunger. Love it. She's not even here to see what she did to us. Are we helping our appetite? I don't think so, man. I just heard my stomach go off. It's like, dude, close the show, check on your daughter, get some food. But anyways, you're still in bed, girl. Do you have to go to school? Or are you off this week? Um, anyways, happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all have an amazing week. Um, looking forward to the weekend. Stomach alarm. Yep. Off for second brekkie. 100%. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. This glare on my glasses drives me up the wall. Um, I want you guys to see my eyes, not a glare. I don't work until 10. Okay. All right. Okay, gotcha. Um, there was a time change? Who changed the time, bro? You're 30 minutes late. The time has always been 5:30. What do you mean time change? Oh man. Freaking Jason. All right, everybody. No, no. Keep looking mysterious. Okay. Do you guys see what I'm watching in there? I'm just watching myself. Um, oh, you're in Arizona. That's right. That's right. Jason's on his trip, y'all. He's driving from Colorado all through Arizona, having a blast with his family, packed for like 2 weeks. Dude's crazy. I don't think I would survive that with my family, but we all know Jason's a legend. Yeah, I hope they have the best time too. I haven't heard anything about it, so hopefully Jason figures out the time difference and shows up one of these days and lets us know how it's all going, how he's getting along, how the drive's going, how Arizona is. Probably hot, 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 hot. It was so hot at my house this weekend. Um, like crazy town hot. Yesterday I kept going into the garage gym to like get a workout in. And every time I went in there, it just felt like death. So then I like go in at, I don't know, 7 o'clock. So like an hour before bed. And it's still just so nasty in there. Just gross. But yeah, everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you always. We will chat again tomorrow. And oh, I forgot what I was going to do. Cue the music. Later, people.